Boom, we're live. Hello, Mona. I'm so happy to have you here. First of all, thanks for doing this. Thanks for coming on my podcast.
Hi, Henri. Thank you a lot for inviting me. And congratulations for your initiative.
Thanks.
I'm really glad to see that young people are doing different things to adapt in this development of technology.
Yeah, thank you. So it's been quite a while. We haven't seen each other. Around 7 years, right?
Yeah, indeed. It's been quite a lot.
Quite a lot,
7 to 8 years, still our college time.
So I guess my first question would be, how have you been? How are you?
Great. It's summertime and I guess everybody looks more great. And
So what's so great about your life?
Well, I'm in a work that I love and I try to follow my passions and I'm feeling
it's the same career you followed through your college?
Yeah, I have a background in political science, as you know, and I followed, let's say, my career in an NGO focused mainly in EU integration, since it's a hot topic in Albania.
That's so perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
And also you told me about you want to go to England to finish your master degree in science.
I have just received and my last, let's say, final answer that I received the Achievement Scholarship and I'm going to be in London for a year. Perfect. Again, studying for European politics and policy, still in my comfort zone.
And you're coming back again then to Albania, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of young generation are leaving Albania to make some money abroad.
Yeah, there's this increasing phenomenon of brain drain. It's true. But I intend to come back and try to contribute somehow in Albanian society. It's too idealistic, I know.
It's on your soul. You're a little bit national.
I'm ideal. I think that I can contribute somehow. But let's see what's going to happen in 1 year and in 2 years.
Yeah, sure. You're from this city called Shkodra.
Yes, northern part of Albania.
Yeah,
the best
very
city.
north. Yeah. What's so great about Shkodra? I mean, is there a lot of tourist number that come and visit Shkodra?
Actually, my mom was telling me yesterday that she was surprised because many tourists were everywhere and there were no hotels or hostels to accommodate them. We have everything in Shkodra. We have river and lakes and mountains and the sea. So in less than 1 hour, you are by Adriatic Sea and less than 1 hour, or more actually than 1 hour, you can be in Razum or also in Thet and Valbon and enjoy hiking. So you can do lots of activities.
Yeah, that's true. I've also been in Shkodra and I like it. I did a triathlon before there to the lake. What's the name of that lake? Because I forgot it.
Which lake?
Shkodra
Lake.
Is it called Shkodra? No, it has a name. Before you enter to the city, you take a left to this lake. It's like 2.5 kilometers away.
Shiroka, you mean?
Yeah, perfect.
Shiroka, because on the left side,
because I was talking to my podcast the other day with this friend, and I wasn't remembering this lake. Yeah, Shiroko. Yeah,
they've made lots of investments now there, and it's an attractive area.
Yeah, we did there the swimming part, then we did the cycling, and then the running.
Great.
Yeah, last year.
So 12 points go to Shkodra.
yeah, that's true. So what have you got on your notes? Because I see you're so organized.
I'm always well prepared.
Structured.
Structures and with points.
Yeah.
Lots of notes actually. I tried to get some latest news regarding.
It's about AI, right?
It's about AI, yeah.
Yeah, I saw on your Instagram, right, that you attended this seminar.
Yes, it was actually.
What got you involved in this?
Yeah. Good point and good question. This summer academy organized in Poland, actually, and financed from EU and as well as US, had a topic related to intermingle of politics, of technology, and humans. Since from the topic, it looks really attractive to me.
Yeah, hot,
trendy. And when I also saw there, it has to do with artificial intelligence. I said
it was in English, right?
It was in English, and the participants were from all Eastern Partnership region, from Western Balkans and as well from Caucasus area. So it was a mixed group of people.
Was other Albanians as well, your friends maybe?
Yeah, 2 people. No, they weren't my friends, but they became my friends later.
There was a big participation from...
Yes, sir. We were about 50 people.
50.
And I'm really glad that I met these people, bright, intelligent, passionate about the topics. It was not my, let's say, it's not my field of interest. And I told you, don't make me come to here and speak like like an expert. But I have been curious about this topic for a long time, and I would like to also explain
and
this to you.
And you also built your opinion on this.
And I built my opinion on this. It was 3 years ago, actually, when I first learned about artificial intelligence.
Where did you heard about it first?
Yeah, it was in about at the time of the elections, U.S. elections, 2016. It burst this major political scandal about Facebook and Cambridge Analytica.
Oh, I remember about the algorithm.
About the algorithm.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
So, and it was also, I think it's still an investigation going on against Mark and the other guys from Cambridge Analytica, from this British campaign agency, that it looks that they have influenced somehow in the voting. So they have took the accounts and profiles of people in Facebook and their data and kind of influenced the audience and the voters. And that there I read a lot of articles that time about artificial intelligence, about algorithm, how are this impacting our lives. So are we sure that we are making choices or are we impacted from, or are we being used from algorithm to make our choices? So that helped me a lot. And then I Googled and tried to find, to be updated on this topic. And then on my free time, I watched Black Mirror. It's a series, it's science fiction, but it covered many topics, many, let's say, series about artificial intelligence that I was, wow, is this really going to happen?
Yeah, it is.
And so that's my story. And 3 years I've been just following. Yeah, I've just been following just for my passion and from my curiosity, out of my curiosity. But it's also related to, let's say, my background, political science, how this technology is influencing democracy, as is influencing also as is in society. Yeah. So why not?
Yeah, sure. And then you attended this seminar just to get deeper to this topic.
To get deeper.
And get updated with how far as AI has really went.
To understand, I wanted to get to know more the concepts actually, because I didn't know. And to understand this difference between artificial intelligence and algorithm. And if you would like, and I believe also the audience would like to hear more about this.
I think they are interested about that.
I will be simple.
To put it simple.
Yes, I will be simple in that. So, as I said, I'm not expert myself. So, sorry, I will have, I said this are going to mess with my hair.
Yeah.
Okay. And, well, it's okay now?
Yeah.
We don't have a robot to help me here.
No, we don't have it.
So, when you talk about artificial intelligence, it's a broad concept, and it has to do more.
It has started, I believe, since 1950s, right?
It was mentioned before from some novelist guy, and then later it was also from the science.
McCarthy, I believe, was the guy.
Yes, true, you're right. And it's about machine learning. So we using intelligent machines.
Yeah, you put inputs to a machine learning.
Yes.
And the output is that.
Yeah. And what is algorithm? Algorithm is a set of instructions you use. So,
set of patterns.
Set of patterns, mathematical patterns. Actually, is like you want to make a cake, and the recipe of the cake and all the instructions you use are actually these are algorithms. So the steps. While a set of algorithms are the one who create machine learning or artificial intelligence. That is the hot topic used today.
I'm not sure if you have heard about this Google Duplex. So Google created this AI, and it was this news. It made a boom of news.
Okay.
And it was this AI assistant created by Google, which was named Google Duplex. And it was calling local businesses to make appointments. Okay. And it was like a real person.
Like a receptionist.
Yeah.
It's great. This is the usage that the artificial intelligence, they are helping us, assisting us in, let's say, every day. But have you tried communicating with Siri? Have you tried communicating with her?
Yeah, with Siri, yeah.
I mean, for example, have you tried to ask her to tell you a joke?
Yeah. and they are able to tell you a
They
joke.
tell you a joke, but I
They
tried.
tell different jokes.
They tell different jokes.
Yeah.
And I tried and I said, ha, ha, ha. It was not funny. And she answered me, she or he.
Ironically?
Ironically. And I
Wow.
was surprised. I
Yeah,
said,
like a
look,
real person.
look how advanced this is. She uses these jokes and, let's say, this irony better than I do.
And when you think Siri is a very low level of artificial intelligence, it's not like
what
very high.
will happen in the future?
But we have every one of us has it on their
In our
phone. They
phones.
can use it. But to make appointments, they are great.
We are great. And this is actually...
Also to reply to text messages.
reply to text.
I use it a lot.
I haven't. I trust myself,
depends.
but it's really effective. It's really effective.
Yeah,
when you do
it
that.
works because it always requires your approval before it sends the message.
If you make a mistake.
Yeah.
Why AI is being discussed today a lot has to do with substituting jobs. So we mentioned this Siri can help us, but this is a job that a secretary or receptionist can do it. But one of the jobs actually, which is in major risk because of the usage of artificial intelligence, is receptionist.
Yeah.
Is a taxi driver. We can have automated machine, let's say cars.
That are fully autonomous,
They are
right?
fully autonomous. Yeah.
Yeah. Tesla, Elon Musk has stated something about that like 3 weeks ago, that he wants this new project to bring those cars that have full autonomous driving, and the company, if anything happens to you, you'll be fully liable from the company themselves. It doesn't exist right now, a fully autonomous car, but it will.
And not only taxi drivers, but also doctors. They are trying to use
for example,
robots to perform and operate.
For example, so they will try to free people up to do more important work. Think about the doctor doesn't have to treat a common cold. Instead, AI could do that. They can try and discover new ways to treat cancer, right? To make research on that.
To make research. For also the research analysts, also the lawyers. People are also in law.
Pull the microphone.
In law firms, they are also using artificial intelligence to help them with researching on legal acts.
Yeah.
So it's helping. As I read, this is why I have my notes.
Yeah.
As I read in one of the latest article and a statistic, it was said that from UCL, I'm going to UCL, so that's why I'm trying to promote them. They don't need my promotion, but anyway, it was a research that resulted that artificial intelligence used for the let's
read
go
that.
back to my no. So they predicted that accurately that 80% of the cases went to the Court of European Court Rights.
Wow.
So there were rights on 80% of the cases.
Wow.
So why not use them?
Yeah.
If they are so efficient and they are so useful, why not use them? But lawyers will be substituted in this case.
Yeah.
So what will happen to our friends from the law firms?
Yeah.
You are good. So your area is still safe. I checked also my area and
we
my
are secured.
job. We are secured
For the
but
very
still,
long future.
For a very long, but still there are still problems. But this is not only about the jobs. So the problem is not about you are substituting jobs, but you are creating possibility to create a new philosophy of working and creating possibility to use, or let's say to use other tasks or other characteristics that us as human have.
Yeah.
For instance, we can try and go back on what makes us human. So I'm going to be more abstract and more in philosophy.
Yeah.
But this artificial intelligence and algorithm, they cannot be good in humanity fields.
We can't avoid that. This is something that is coming.
It's coming. It's coming,
future.
and that's why we have to be prepared, and that's why we do not have to push them.
I think we people are half cyborgs, because we have our phone to do things like, for example, I shared my location so you could come here today, right?
Yes.
So you use that, you follow the location through your phone. So you used your phone to come here. So you're a cyborg.
No,
But you're using technology to do things.
Yes, but there is a difference. So I would like also to quote.
Don't you like to be called a cyborg in the future?
The
very next year they are implementing to the first human. They are implementing a chip where he can be totally a cyborg and have information like updated every second in his brain.
Yeah.
Now that's a big thing.
It's a big thing. And this is what we are giving people. So we're seeing people that in the future, they're going to be like beautiful androids or cybers in the planet. But this is not the issue. So they can be, so they are producing, but this is not the issue. This is as, do we want to be powerless?
But we have kind of merged with technology now.
We have emerged, and we should not push that to saying that we do not. We want that. But when we talk about technology, first technology is also political. Everything is political about the choice we use. And when you talk about artificial intelligence and technology, it's still human because we are creating them. So let me quote from one of the books that I have been reading. I also suggest you that also had inspired me for this topic. It's Homo Deus, a brief story of tomorrow. It's written from philosopher and historian Yuval Harari. Homo Deus, so God human. So with with this advancement, we are playing the role of God. So we are creating less cyborgs that you are speaking about, but we also can destroy. So where is the difference between this technology that you mentioned that we are using and the others that might substitute us? So he said that our future can be two terms he used about the future. Transhumanism and dataism or techno-humanism. So what are these? So transhumanism is this that we are experiencing now. We are creating possibility for this technology to help us to enhance our knowledge and our, let's say, our everyday lifestyle. While when you talk about dataism, is that we give them the full power. Like in military operations, we are using our drones and others, let's say, or artificial intelligence soldiers. So we are leaving our power.
Or robots like Iron Man, right?
Yes. Or like Matrix. It's this science fiction, you know, the movie. It's the same. Is like the same case. So we are giving our powers.
If the machine says you give him an order and he says "fuck you."
Well, this is the perception. When we talk about artificial intelligence, it's not so much known in let's say in people ordinary lives. Everyone thinks that when we talk about this or robots. We take into consideration the Hollywood movies like Matrix or Terminator or Blade Runner or Ex Machina.
Do you think we're going towards this Skynet?
No, that's let's say the superficial or let's say the science fiction part of it. That robots are coming to invade us. This is not the issue. We are having everyday algorithms. The problem is, are they impacting on our, like I said before, they are impacting, influencing our choices in life.
Right now, AI does what we tell them to do, right?
Yes.
So there is not that they have this self-awareness.
No.
Maybe for now.
It's based on those data that we put to them. But we have to be careful. So we have to talk with these people in Silicon Alley. What are the data they are putting? If they are following the, let's say, legal restrictions or ethical restrictions. It's like the cases in Cambridge Analytica 3 years ago. So that is not it's an algorithm, but they couldn't control that. They use our data to produce something for the political, let's say, situation. So that's I would say this is a crisis. It's not the robots coming and invading us, or
not at all. Of
course, that's not the topic.
But maybe in a very long future, maybe after 100 years, do you think that robots with self-awareness will be?
I can't say that. You know, we asked the same question to some guys that came in this summer academy.
Because technology is moving with very huge steps, right?
It's moving, but they said that no.
Maybe because they don't want to
create panic, you mean, or this fear or anxiety in people. I don't know, maybe. But if the issue is, if these artificial intelligence creatures will do that, it has to be on our goods for our, let's say, for a better life. We should use them. They are among us. We should use it, for instance, in healthcare or in different, let's say, especially in the healthcare, there are robots
also
assisting.
Food industry, for example.
Or the food industry. Or sport. Also sport.
Sure. Using the right algorithm, for example, the food, and since we are growing, I mean, the world is growing in population, using this algorithm, the machines, AI machines, will be able to use less resources and produce more. Instead of physical persons doing that job, we'll just lose it at...
Yeah, that's the difference among us, because they have this physical abilities that they are taken from us because it's unnecessary, but we have the cognitive skills, so we're still keeping on that. Yeah. We're still powerful on that.
But they are very useful because they will be time efficient.
That's why I said it's good when we use them to help us and to make a better environment, or to help us in everything.
But people always want more and more and more.
That's why we're speaking about Homo Deus. So we are becoming gods, because you know what we want? We want to be to live forever. We want eternity. So what if we create other people? What if... so there are lots of questions. If we'll talk about this, we will be really futuristic about it. And it would create anxiety, or maybe we'll be excited because we will have a brain, we will not die.
So you are excited for the future of the AI?
Yes, I am for the advancement of technology, but putting limits on it. And making this correlation among the political and also this science fiction guys, because they are good in that, they are advancing, but they don't know the harm they are let's say causing in democratic life or in our societies. So they have to go hand in hand. And also the citizens have to be prepared. For instance, I would like to propose, I would say that we have to start to speak in schools about the advancement in technology, about these AIs. We have to start to talk about it. So what is that? So
to make people feel prepared
to be
future?
They have to be aware of the way they're using technology. They have to be aware on the data they are exposing in social media, for instance. This is the problem. It's not about creating those robots. It's about our usage of data we have.
Because in America, they are producing, there is this company, I don't remember the name, but they do sex dolls in like a Ted Bundy level. Have you heard about that?
It's melancholy.
Something like
that is the name. Yeah, I know.
But they are so real.
They are.
And they cost like 2,000, 3,000.
Yes, they are.
And they just want sex. And there is a lot of people that buy them.
Yeah, I've heard about it. And
there's also sites where people, I mean, someone that gets divorced wants to talk to somebody, and what they do, they talk specifically to this AI made for people who just get widowed.
It's like the movie Her. Have you seen it's the same thing? So
exactly.
You are communicating with somebody helping you.
So there is a lot of people using these apps and these sites, buying these sex dolls, and they are
sex dolls, only female. They are not male for the moment. They are not producing males.
Yeah, but I think pretty soon they will come with other versions.
Maybe they are just discriminating, as they think that we can manage with them. We don't need them. Yeah,
but I mean, a lot of people in America, because in America everything is always very advanced in contrast to Europe and Asia.
And commercial.
Yeah, marketing plays a big role there. Not just in that field, but also in the sports field, technology about cars, everything. So a lot of people are using these sites, and they are pretty serious using these sites.
Are you worried about it? I mean, what?
No, I love it.
Really? But don't
Yeah,
you think
I would love to take a robot in my home and, give him or her orders, do things in the house.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you want a
because I want to
slave.
try it.
So you want to
No,
feel
I want a
the...
robot.
But you said I want to give orders. This is not the...
No, it's
I
like-
would... But why don't you say I would like
would
him
like
or
to-
her to assist me, to partner in everyday
Yeah.
life, but not I want to give orders.
That's better. Yeah, that's better. That's what I want to. And I would love that because I want to stay updated with technology, to stay as close with it as possible.
Yeah.
Because if you don't buy new stuff or if you don't read the new stuff, you're not updated.
It's true.
And if you've
It's
seen
true.
something, you won't understand it. And the future goes, and you'll just stay
You will feel isolated
behind.
and you would be not aware of what's going on, and you would feel also then fearful in the future.
That's why I'm saying that for the very youth, if they learn now that they are very young children, in the future they may be helpful.
Yeah,
That's the idea.
also
Because-
by choosing their careers. So if
exactly.
If it's
Another point.
If we see that, for instance, now lawyers or doctors or I don't know, taxi drivers, they are substituted.
Bankers.
Or banker, analyst. So let's go now to the other let's say areas or fields.
Yeah.
Of course, technology, IT, and all this would be really preferred for the future. But also the others, like I said, why not go back to art and to philosophy?
Because art is all about
It's about creativity.
Being you
and being emotional and original and creativity. And the robots cannot do.
Yeah, the robots won't never do it.
Imagination, creativity. Even though they produce
They can be
pieces.
very good though.
They can be good. They produce it, but they cannot, based on the data you put in that, but they cannot use the imagination or the creativity we have.
Yeah. Do you have little cousins?
Yes, I have. Yes, I do.
Yeah. What do they do? Do they stay on a tablet or something like that? Do they spend time there?
When I take them in my home, I prepare an agenda. Or prepare an agenda for them.
Do they listen?
Yes, I'm convincing. And I said, so the first 2 hours will be about sketching or painting, whatever you want.
Just like in the old times.
Yes, and
Wow.
then 1 hour will be on computers and playing games on the computers. And then we will try to sing or tell jokes and do other activities. Or what was your day in school or kindergarten? Because I have little ones in kindergarten. So I'll try to organize and do other things to help also their critical thinking. But I know what the phenomenon you're talking about, that now kids are staying in having phones and a tablet or this
Isolating
tablets.
themselves.
Yeah, and they don't go out in the environment and see animals and see nature. They just are inside in their, let's say, games and computers.
Yeah, and
That's
may
too
have
bad, that's too bad.
skeletal problems in the future.
First, psychological problems. They are not social enough. They are
I mean, they are social in a virtual network, but not
but in
in a real network.
human connection, they
has
would
kind
have
of lost.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Are you proud you were of the 90s?
Yes, I am. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that and now these kids, they are losing childhood. We went out and
But
we
maybe
played.
for them
and we-
is losing the childhood if they do the things you say.
What? Why? We were happy kids. We were out and.
Because you didn't have the chance to know something else.
But that's why you're a child. You are stupid.
They
You
have
are
a lot of-
sincere.
they
You don't
have-
know. You don't know things. You don't know a lot
Yeah,
about.
but we talked about algorithm, right? Those guys that have created Instagram, they have tried those. They have put those algorithms so you can just refresh the home feed on and on and on. Even though for you, it's not like you miss to see someone taking a selfie, right? But again, you open that app and you just refresh it. Why? Because those people are way smarter than both of us, right?
Yes.
And they use this algorithm that can get also in the kids' heads.
Yeah, that's scary. That's why I'm saying they are
Yeah.
not kids anymore. They are losing.
And they're cyborgs.
Come on. you would like to think that, right? No, it's
But that's
something different.
we can't avoid that.
We can't avoid
I
it.
mean, if you see me
we-
on the street and I'm wearing those Google glasses, you'd say he's a cyborg. If you would ask me, hey Henry, and I will turn my head like in a robot way because I will have my 3D conception there, and you'll think he's not like very human. He's sort of.
He's still Henry. Henry, come here, just. Put out those glasses. And well, we have to, good that you mentioned about kids, there have to be an awareness about the usage of technology, and it's good we cannot prevent that. They are already using, but the amount of time they are spending there, and the amount of the data they are sharing with the others, and then get them to know about all this technology. Understand first what is
the pros and the cons.
All the pros and the cons.
But we need a proper culture for that, right?
It has to do about the education system. You have to.
The culture of their parents. They should schedule their day, right?
Yes.
And do these things.
Of course. But I meant more in education system. I meant about having proper curriculums in schools or in primary schools. That's what I meant. Not with parents can do everything. I agree that there are some responsible parents.
Because they spend a lot of time with their parents.
But the other time they are spending in schools. And in schools when they can understand more about the world and different topics and areas. And they can teach their parents. Now we are teaching our parents about technology, right?
Yeah.
So they would be like Zeta generation, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
They are now the millennials or the others. I don't know which would be the others coming. But there's a time that now they will learn. They will be more advanced than their parents. Education, schools, people.
You think they are improving in schools?
I'm not going into that. I'm not going into that.
Maybe here in Albania not, but maybe throughout Europe, do you think?
I don't have.
Have you heard?
No, I don't have information about that. I don't have information. I have to check.
I saw this movie the other day. It was this robot called Henri. And it was this ideal couple, rich and ready to enhance their life by getting a lifelike robot. But as the three grow closer together, this woman just falls in love with the robot and almost gets laid. This lifelike robot just altered their perception for humanity forever.
This is that's where you talked before about these robots, females, that they are used for pleasure or sexual matters.
Yeah.
But I don't agree that they can understand you properly, or they can be intelligent, but not having this empathy or emotional attachment with humans.
They give you side eye,
You know what? Yeah, I will also like to mention a movie. It was one of the series of this Black Mirror.
Okay.
But the story was this, that a woman...
Has this ended?
No, it's still happening, but I will suggest you to focus on season 1 and 2 because the others are...
Okay.
I'm not enjoying them much as before. And this woman lost her fiance or her husband, in an accident, and she ordered a clone of her husband. And at the beginning, everything was great, and then there were moments that she wanted to have a fight or discuss, and that clone was so calm, and he just used words objectively. But when you are a fight, you want to hear somebody also speaking with our, and she was just crying because you should be shouting me, you should be, so this is what is missing. We do not like to be like perfect robots or clones. We would like human beings and to act in different, let's say...
You will miss the rage of the other person.
The emotional part, just crying or
because they
maybe
don't have emotions, right?
No,
they're like psychopaths.
No, they're
psychopaths.
Okay.
I mean,
serial killers.
they can fake emotions, but they don't have emotions. I mean, we have studied this in school about psychopaths, and we have seen the MRI of the brain, and there is this part of our emotions, and they don't have it. There is very low activity running that. So, for example, let's say if there is this traffic light, they just pass by, they have a dead body in their trunk, and a police just stops them, pulls them over. This guy, the psychopath, won't sweat, will be very relaxed, and just show him what was the problem.
They are emotionally intelligent. Their emotion, so they can control their feelings, the outside, let's say, the redness or the sweating, because these are part of being emotion intelligent. They can control, they can control emotions.
They can control it, yeah, very good. I remember myself when I used to do boxing, I had this friend, and when we were sparring, he was pretty good. When we had, let's say, exhibition, like official, he would show rage to the other person. He wouldn't be professional in boxing, you know, because he would lose control.
He was not ready to go into boxing as a professional.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
He had a lot of emotions. The stress would cover him, and you know, the stress can be your enemy. I mean, the fear you have, it either can be your enemy or it can be your friend, right?
You can use it in you have to.
Yeah, you can use it like a power, right?
Yeah, as a power, or you can fight. You can work with it. You can work with it.
Yeah,
we can cohabit with also the imperfections.
How do you do with that? Do you like yoga? There are a lot of people I've heard that do yoga because they want to fight stress, and they want to be more calm when they work, when they meet people, and they say it has helped us.
I actually wanted to start kickboxing in order to express all the negativities and all the stress in just in a physical way.
That's how it works with you, right?
But yoga is more mental.
It's a breathing system.
It's a breathing system.
Yeah,
so it's
you inhale and you exhale. Yeah. But you're not much into that,
I'm
right?
not into that. Maybe I will try.
I have tried yoga, but it doesn't give me that feeling that I want to feel.
So it means that you would like somebody, an artificial intelligence, machine learning, as a friend. So somebody that is controlled, somebody that...
Or maybe just go old school, do boxing.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. This is what I wanted to say. We don't have to be perfect. We are humans, and this is what differentiates us.
So we don't have to be dependent on AI. We have to use it.
Yes.
To finish our very, let's say, low-level grunt
routine
work.
Routine stuff of every day.
And that's it. Then the complex things, meeting with friends, we should keep them on.
And we should be aware of what politics is playing and what these science guys, like I said, Silicon Valley it's working on. Stephen Hawking, the physician, said
he's dead.
Artificial. I know,
smart guy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are losing the brains of this world.
He was already dead, since in the 70s, but
true. But not his mind.
They kept him alive.
Yeah. And he said that artificial intelligence will be either the best thing that happened to humanity or the worst.
It depends on our behavior. So,
yeah. But we need to say this. And we need to say this to people who will manipulate us. So that's why we need artificial intelligence. We need algorithm. We had to be careful. We have to be open-eyed. We need to learn about this stuff. We need to be informed and to keep these people under pressure, to keep these guys from science or these guys from politics to not use technology for their own purposes.
The first robot that was introduced to the world, Sophia, if you remember. Do you remember Sophia the robot?
I remember Sophia.
Yeah, in 2016. So it's been 3 years, but people still haven't showed a lot of interest. I've asked people lately and they have replied to me, what is AI? They have never heard about that.
So we explained, so if people will ask, put the link of our conversation and to get them informed.
Sure.
But why not, don't you also, I don't know if you use it as...
Share your idea.
Polls. You can use polls after...
In Twitter, for example.
In Twitter Facebook, or also in Instagram, on YouTube, when you put the podcast. Why don't you also prepare a poll and share it? For instance, how many of you know about AI, or... leave them alternatives about what do you know about
what is your level of knowledge, from 1 to 10?
I can help you in that. We can prepare a poll or a questionnaire and to get to know a young or people that are living in Instagram, so the people who have access to information and who would like to share.
Yeah, we can do that before we throw this
you can do that. And so let's see, how is the situation in Albania or in Tirana?
What if it's very bad?
So our YouTube and our video will be clicked many times.
You think so?
Many times. I'm thinking as a person on.
I'm not sure, but I have noticed that people don't like complex things. For example, when you talk about algorithm, they will just...
But you need to explain, or you need to read a lot and understand the basic. Like I said, algorithm,
we put it very simple.
Like a cake and the recipe of the cake. That's
just a set of
and
buttons,
if you understand this, it's easy to... Or giving examples. For instance, like saying that artificial intelligence is also Siri or Cortana or Corina. So giving examples. Or algorithm is also when, for instance, you know that when you are... sometimes when you are Googling and searching and there's this that pops out, I am not a robot. So this is an algorithm. So and they are using it in order, you know why they're using it? In order to understand if there is advancement of robots using it. So they are trying to make these calculations. So this is an algorithm. Or some spam filtered messages that you use. That's algorithm as well.
Sure.
Or all the notifications or feed that you receive. Also, for instance, have you noticed that when you are Googling something, since now that Google and Facebook and Instagram are interconnected, when you Google, for instance, I remember I Googled on a pair of shoes. Or a book because they say, oh, she likes shoes. So, and suddenly on another site or another applications like in Instagram, they were some shops and advertisement about a book or about that's scary. It's scary, but that's algorithm.
Everything showed up,
So your data are being used to produce something. For this case, for marketing purposes, for business purposes.
I would like you to show this Google Duplex, but I cannot play here. If you take your phone, it would be very fun to listen to that, to Google Duplex.
So should I take the phone?
Okay. That would be fun. All right, you just search Google Duplex. Just go on YouTube. Do you have the YouTube app? You don't use that? I use a lot. I mean, the YouTube app.
So I should search it on YouTube or Google?
No, on YouTube. Just search Google Duplex.
Okay.
Something should show up.
It's a guy.
It should be this guy. This
AI
guy.
Assistant
Just click on that.
So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule an appointment for you.
Okay. Listen to that. It's very funny. AI.
Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second.
You saw that?
At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and...
How smart is that?
Depending on what service she would like, what service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now?
For now?
It's just like a real person.
Okay, what's your first name? The first name is Lisa? Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks, great. Have a great day. Bye.
It continues because now they will make another example, but making an appointment to another place.
Okay.
A place where they don't actually speak native English.
Let me give you another example. Let's say
This is funny.
but maybe it's a small restaurant which is not easily available to book online.
China restaurant.
The call actually goes a bit differently than expected. So take a listen.
It's going to be fun.
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
At 7.
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually, we need to for after 5 people. For few people, you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
When tomorrow or weekend?
Again.
Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too easy. It's
It's not busy.
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Oh, I gotcha. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's so flexible. It's so natural and spontaneous.
It's very natural.
Yeah,
He was like a real
It was
person.
really a person. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
nice.
I'm so
Thinking about
excited for that.
it. Me too.
Yeah.
So
I
we-
want this Google Duplex.
Can we have it or
No, still not.
Still not,
because
okay.
it may suffer from a bug from now.
Okay,
yeah.
it's not ready yet.
It's not ready
for
yet.
us to
But
use.
yeah, she took the appointment at 10.
Saying, and yeah, gotcha, using also the
yeah.
slangs and
Yeah,
everything
smear
about
king, yeah, everything.
about the language. It's great. It's
How
great.
cool is that?
It's really cool. It's really cool.
You never heard about the Google Duplex, right?
No. I think I watched these videos.
yeah. After watching
maybe
this, do you-
I skipped. Yeah. Would you like to say something?
No.
more? Okay.
Maybe after watching this, you're more excited now for the AI?
For 3 years, I am.
You're
I
always
am.
excited.
I am excited, but I'm also realistic, and I would like to think of pros and cons, like you said, advantages and disadvantages we might get from that.
Yeah. So sharing information to our friends, to the very youth generation, it should help for a good behavior and more controlled over AI, right?
More awareness.
More
And
awareness.
maybe we can suggest young people to study in this area.
Yeah.
And it would be great. So they would be more involved in this, understand more, and contribute. They would
I'm
be some
sure.
of the contributors.
Yeah.
there.
And I'm very happy to see that you, Mona, you actually hug this approach towards AI.
Like I said, it's technology, and
How about the
technology
other?
is political.
How about the other? Your friends, for example, do they have a knowledge on AI, or maybe friends related to your career? Do they have a knowledge towards AI? Have they heard? Maybe they have heard about that, but do they have a knowledge, an interest, an approach towards this?
So we didn't have possibility to
Okay.
talk with my friends about AI, superficially maybe on this theory
when
and
you
stuff.
went to the seminar, for
But
example,
when I
did you
went
get a
there-
feedback from your friends?
but those-
Hey, how was that? Or
Yeah, they were surprised about
did
my
they have
connection
questions?
Yeah, they were curious, but not to go in depth into that. Just curious about it. Okay, and seeing, he's a future part, and that's it.
And that's it.
And that's it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a future. Okay. People nowadays,
So not
they get. They just
not
want
so
to
deep on that, right?
Not so, or they just want to. Does it help me for now? This is what they think. Is something interest for me? If it's not, okay. If it's not, I would like to know more. If it's not, okay. They are more like indifferent about the topics. But my friends, yes, I discussed about it. They were pretty less excited about it, especially when I talk that many people are embracing this. And I had the possibility to discuss and talk with experts coming from Facebook and from Google. So people who knew the topic from the inside, from those who were creating this. And that was really, really interesting. But still, it's a new topic to be discussed and to be shared with the others.
Yeah, I guess it has happened to lose your smartphone. What do? Do you react? Where's my phone?
Of course.
Do you feel that?
Of
do you have
course.
that feeling?
Of
It's
course.
a bad feeling, right?
It's a bad feeling. Oh my God, my life is here. Of
Yeah,
course it is.
Because you have a lot of things there,
yeah,
right?
it's the agenda. It's my notes and people. Imagine losing my phone. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Do you
also
remember
phone.
numbers?
No,
Do you
I don't
you
remember.
don't remember
No, I
numbers?
don't remember
No.
now. Maybe my parents or only maybe mom's number and my brother, no, just my mom. Just calling mom and that's it. So yeah, we are now connected to this and
We are very connected.
we
So
are really
half
connected.
cyborgs, right? I
yes,
just wanted
Henry.
to say that. Yeah.
Yes, Henry. Yes,
Perfect,
we are.
yeah.
Perfect. Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
But yeah, that's true. But it's something that we can't avoid. So it's something that we need to stay close to it, update it.
Read articles every day, and I have been subscribed in many, let's say, journals and read articles on that, especially regarding my field. I do not intend to learn everything like robots,
don't have to,
but
yeah.
more understanding how there are influence in politics and
Yeah,
democracy, and that's, but also the other, but mostly on this area.
Yeah.
So it's good. We need to get out of our, let's say, everyday, let's say, job and routine and trying to think more about the field
Yeah.
and everything actually, but also this is one.
Yeah, learning new stuff is always great, excited. And they say, Mona is always interesting.
Like you shared
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Like you shared that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I feel
you
more
change-
safe when I'm informed.
Perfect, because you change the perception.
Yes. And
I'm sure that the perception of your father and between you and your father about the AI or about cyborgs is way different.
I made
I'm sure
I tried this Siri thing, and I said, I do not. I tried it with my dad, and I said, I do not to call you. I just communicate with my assistant here.
Okay.
And he was, please leave me alone. Like this reaction. What is that? He was scared because he didn't know what was that. So we just
because he have a very low perception about.
Yeah, of course.
Because he doesn't have a lot of knowledge about that stuff.
He used WhatsApp to write to me, and he used, but
because WhatsApp is more likely a very classic SMS app, so
yes, it is.
But more fascinating because you can also share media.
You can share whatever you want.
Yeah, true.
We also do business through WhatsApp.
Yeah, you use WhatsApp a lot, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I learned about a new one. Maybe I can share it.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
That is more safe to use. I learned it actually from this.
You mean more
academy.
encrypted?
Yes, it's Signal. Signal. It's
Signal.
Yes, you can.
Can I see the?
Yes.
The app.
It's like this. So these are the contests. Signal,
just the app.
This one. Signal.
Oh, that. Okay.
This one. It's
blue circle with
blue
that white sticker.
Top,
okay.
Yeah. We used it during our. We had some games and
Is it
exercises.
available on iPhone, on App Store, on Google Play?
I think everything is. Yeah. It is,
everywhere.
It's available. It's available. And it's good to use because of this encrypted messages, and you are more safe.
But also WhatsApp says that. I mean, when you start a conversation with someone, it says that this conversation is secured between you two.
These people who were in this area and professionals, they suggested that compared to the others, like WhatsApp or Viber,
do you worry a lot to be private? I mean, you feel that you want to be very private when you talk to people?
I am a reserved person as a nature in communicating. I like more face-to-face.
Do you have that presence that someone is actually...
Yes, but sometimes I feel it. Sometimes I feel it. What if my conversation... But have you noticed that when you have a new... when you take...
Yeah, that's why, for example, I've put this tape...
on your camera.
Electrical tape, because, I stay a lot in front of my laptop and...
Yes, but it's not only that. When you take a new application, when you download in your phone a new application...
Okay.
Have you...
They receive data from you.
Yeah. They said,
there
do
are
you
some
want...
steps.
You said, yes.
The privacy, just like in a law courtroom, right?
Exactly. And
just
no one checks them.
Where? Here. Okay. Next. You don't read anything.
That's...
And the same thing, because there is so many pages, so many words, you can't actually read that. You don't have time to read that.
Those terms you mean, but no one reads. I'm sure that also lawyers do not read them.
Because maybe out of 8 pages, 7 pages could be just general things, and there is these very tiny
hidden sentence, and that can get you.
Yeah.
But I mean about this privacy stuff. So when you take an application, you said, yes, I allow to be recordings and messages and stuff like that. So that's risky. So that's when you don't feel alone, never, because you have this phone and you can be recorded from somebody.
Did you use that app that was so popular a few days ago or a few weeks ago about Face app, something like that?
Making you old.
That makes you old. Did you use that?
No.
Okay.
And also,
smart, wise girl.
And I also posted in my Instagram an article
Was that about the Russian persons that were kind of hacking? Because this app was from an unknown developer, right?
I wouldn't like to specifically say Russian or Americans or Chinese,
all right.
but people are using this as to take your data for the future.
Yeah,
or
in the future.
It's like that challenge, a 10-year challenge.
Yeah.
It's the same one.
Yeah.
When you were
thing.
given the face when you were 10 years old, and 10 years before, and now that was the same thing. But we still tend to do that because people, my friends on Instagram responded, "Oh, Mona, come on, you will do it as well. We are doing it." Okay, we are living it's funny. It's exciting, and why not?
I didn't quite understand it. Why should people
like to
see themselves old?
To be prepared. Do I look beautiful or charming or handsome when I'm in the future?
They're so
it's the curiosity.
self-centered nowadays, people, right?
Yes.
You see in Instagram, for example, those fitness guys and fitness women that show those buy these and be like me and follow my program, these things.
You are a fitness guy, and you are, but you are using more to inform people than to show yourself, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a way of promoting yourself. And these guys are mostly
they
using
take steroids,
it for beneficial.
They inject because they are so self-centered and they just want to make some money. And then
for economical purposes, they work for, I don't know, a business or something.
But they diffuse their hormones. I mean, there has been this wrestler, Benoit, if you remember from wrestling, when he died.
I watch wrestling once a week. Of course, I remember.
No, it
this
was
guy.
from 2008, something like that. He was found dead in his house.
Okay.
And when they did bypass to their brain, the doctors, they saw that his brain was equal to an 80-year-old brain.
Wow.
80-year-old. He was like 40.
He was smart. You said 80 years, right?
80-year-old. Yeah.
He was smart. He had the old experience of a life.
He had a vision.
Lifetime. He had a vision. Yeah. I only know about wrestling.
You see what steroids?
John Cena. Is he still alive? He's the only guy I was trying to remember.
He does a little bit of show, but also he does movies now, just like The Rock. The Rock has done so many movies this year. He's becoming a billionaire. I mean, he did this year like 7-8 movies, more than me meeting with a woman. Yeah, no, that's for real. He has done like 8 movies this year.
Oh God!
And we expect another movie in November from The Rock. He has done he's becoming a billionaire
because of wrestling.
Not wrestling movies.
I was kidding. I said because he was wrestling. So that's
when he was a wrestler, he had a pure body. To me, he was better. Now he has taken a lot of steroids.
He's transformed.
He's transformed. He looks like a beast. I don't like him now.
I've seen some.
You're not a fan of
action.
cinema?
I am. I am, but not so much action movies.
Did you actually watch him?
I watched him, in Fast and Furious. I wasn't.
No, it was Hobson's show. Yeah, it was, let's say, a pre-sequel of Fast and Furious 9.
Fast and Furious, and some movies about the jungle. I don't know, something science fiction also.
Yeah, it was around April, that movie. Jumanji. It was Jumanji, right?
Jumanji. So I saw him, but it's.
And about John Cena, he's playing this Fast and Furious 9.
Really? He's going to be
with Vin Diesel, and I think he's going to be sick. I love John Cena. I mean, the way he plays, I just love this guy. He looks very, very cool. I love him.
I also seen him in another movie.
John Cena.
I think I've seen him in
lately.
No, 3 years maybe.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, he does a movie once in a while, but The Rock.
It's action movies, and
not your type. You're more comedy.
Low profile movies. No, they're not. You just enjoy the action there, but it's nothing left in you. So
they do a lot of work. There's a lot of work.
No talk, just punching and just.
Yeah, people love to see violence and sex. These two things, I mean, in America are in a pretty high demand.
And that's why we are all messed up. Because of this action
and now we have this AI around, so there is so many things.
That's why we have to be more intelligent.
And I mean, when you think about the sheer of volume of data you need to put in your brain and remember and then apply to do tasks, there is a lot. And I think the capacity of our brain has just enlarged with time.
I would not be sure.
Pull your microphone here.
I think that we are receiving more information, but we are remembering less.
Because we have this technology with us,
that we are addicted to, and we are
but we are using
exposed to messages every day, but we just read it like skip it or use it superficially. What do you learn? If I ask you, and if we make an experiment, and during our day, and maybe 2-3 hours, then you use us to read articles, or, or just news in, let's say, news feed in Facebook, and when we'll finish, and at the end of the day, I ask you, so what did you read in today? And you would be something about this
magazine from New Times.
It was that, something you would not actually remember because you are read lots of things, but not tend to be focused and to in-depth, let's say, reading. And so I'm not sure about this.
So maybe you need to select or filter out things.
Yes. That's the issue. We need to filter.
I have
information we receive.
uninstalled Facebook from my phone actually, because those notifications, those algorithms they use, it makes you to open the app. So I don't open the app anymore unless I'm on my laptop.
Yeah, it is good. It's also a way of detoxing yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's distracting, it takes your time. And if you're not using it for purposes such as reading something new or
sharing something
interesting, or maybe getting back with people or friends you've known. It's a way of communicating with people. You didn't have the possibility to meet face to face, but
yeah, I had this class in May, and it was this girl. She was on Instagram, and it was a call, maybe from her mom. I don't remember because it started with M, but she's from India. I don't know. Maybe it was her mom. She was waiting.
Or a Maharaja.
Yeah, maybe something. And she was waiting the call to be ended, and then what she did, she just refreshed her page on Instagram. People come to class, they don't say good morning. There are a lot of people in my class, they don't say good morning. I mean, when I go to my class, we have lesson at 9 a.m., for example, I say, good morning, everybody, right? Now that's pretty normal.
They are expecting you
and they
to
expect
write
from them
in their WhatsApp group, good morning, guys. Because now the WhatsApp group is
no, they use that just for question, where are you guys? Yeah.
Well, that's another topic, Henry. We can talk another time about
there's a lot of topics.
That's a lot of topic we covered today.
Yeah. Your project now is you're going to England?
Yeah, I'm going.
This was a bloody interesting podcast.
Yeah. But I am prepared.
You're going to get used to, You're going to meet a lot of English people.
I'm sure that in my school there are going to be more Europeans or international students than British, but let's see. I'm still excited about it.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for doing this, Mona. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you. I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
So hope it would be also, let's say, receive positive feedback.
It will. I'm sure about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're out of here. Bye, everybody.